Are you looking to make 10, 20, or even 100x gains? Well, if you really want to achieve those returns,
Absolutely.
then the trick is getting into good projects early. But that is, of course, easier said than done.
Easier said than done.
Often, the most promising projects are reserved for a privileged few, high-powered VCs and influencers with massive audiences. Well, in this video, you're going to learn just how you can get access to these early-stage projects, tokens, and deals. So, if you're looking for sizable gains, this is a video you literally can't afford to miss. Before we jump in, it's important to state that none of this is financial advice in any way. Please consult your financial advisor and DYOR before investing in any crypto, early stage or otherwise. Now, finding the best strategies to maximize your gains in the crypto space is not as straightforward as it may seem. It's usually the seasoned veterans who know precisely where to position themselves to get those ROIs you always hear about. But don't worry, we understand that the crypto space can be overwhelming with so many facets to consider. And that's why we recommend keeping it simple and sticking to what is more likely to work. And that has consistently been getting in early. So, before we dive into our first method, Launchpads, if you could do us a favor and smash that like button, it would be greatly appreciated. Okay, so for those of you who may be unfamiliar with the term, a crypto launchpad is a platform that helps new crypto projects raise funds while giving investors first access to tokens. It allows crypto investors to discover and invest in early-stage crypto projects before they're listed publicly. As a result, they can secure tokens at a lower cost and therefore potentially profit when their value increases, if it does. In most cases, launchpads operate as a decentralized exchange for project introduction and funding. They also often bring additional features and benefits to participants, such as early access, exclusive opportunities, and a vetting process for project legitimacy. Trusted launchpads may also perform due diligence on behalf of users and investors, which could include third-party KYC verification to create a secure environment for both founders and investors. Now, most launchpads feature a native token that can be purchased and staked, directly influencing your launchpad allocation size and guaranteeing you access to promising projects on the platform. They usually provide a comparatively generous allocation window as well, ensuring a smooth process, which is always nice. As one would expect, the larger your staked amount, the higher your allocation in each project will be. And since most projects attempt to capitalize on the momentum of a bull market, acquiring and staking these larger amounts can end up costing you an arm and a leg when you need them most. With that in mind, you want to consider accumulating tokens before a bull market so you can get them at a reasonable price before everyone else apes in later on. You can look at Binance's Launchpad as an example. It's a well-known launchpad that uses BNB to determine allocation size. Now, BNB cost over $600 per coin at its peak, not the best time to buy. It was more reasonable to pick up some when it dipped to around a third of that last year. So, you can see why this is worth considering, though it's important to remember that this is not financial advice, of course. Furthermore, if getting involved in Launchpad sounds like something that interests you, consider getting there through the Coin Bureau deals page linked to below and signing up for a KuCoin or OKX account. KuCoin Spotlight is a token launch platform that delivers early-stage crypto projects and allows users to participate in early investments, while OKX Jumpstart is another such platform that provides similar opportunities. Oh, and by the way, if you don't have an account at OKX or KuCoin, then we have something extra special for you. Head on over to the Coin Bureau deals page where you can get access to trading fee discounts of up to 60%. This is a limited time offer, so be sure to make use of it while you can. Link to below. Now, our next tip for getting into projects early is joining an alpha group. This is essentially a network of information-hungry people working together to get an edge on investments. You can't really argue with the more eyes the better principle. The idea is to share and access valuable information about upcoming drops, project updates, and other news before it's released to the general public. And, as with almost everything in this space, there are different types of alpha groups, each with its own benefits. Some are as simple as a few guys in a Telegram group chat passing along information on the down low, while others are Discord groups with hundreds or even thousands of members providing pages and pages of intel. So let's explore some of the most common types of groups you'll come across, such as smaller private Telegram groups, tool-laden groups, and larger NFT access-based projects. Although we'll discuss each one separately, it's worth noting that members of alpha groups often participate in all of them. This means that even groups with 10 or fewer people can have the combined knowledge of hundreds or even thousands of investors. So, firstly, let's go over the smaller private groups. These are usually small and exclusive communities built on Discord or Telegram that consist of friends and friends of friends, a place where you can kick back and trade tips and such. These shouldn't be overlooked because if you can gather some quality members, you can really benefit from the collective knowledge and experience. And it's not uncommon to have that one person who seems to magically rhyme off projects before they moon, but rarely discloses his sources. Ideally, of course, you want everybody contributing because, well, it's such a small group. So, if you can't find deals by scraping media outlets like X or Reddit, maybe you can be the technical analysis guy or that gaming expert who actually knows the difference between one good online multiplayer and another. Okay, let's move on to tool-heavy alpha groups, which you'll also find on Telegram and Discord. These alpha groups are typically more sophisticated and can be less personal. They often incorporate features such as market analytics and wallet trackers, as well as NFT rarity analysis, quick buy options, and portfolio tracker extensions. These groups will usually incorporate expert calls, educational resources on project evaluation, mint alerts, listing bots, and regular updates on NFT-related market information to further enhance the experience. And finally, some NFT projects are known for having incredible alpha, but they usually come with a high entry fee, ranging sometimes from thousands to even tens of thousands of dollars. As a result, these projects tend to attract people who are already well off and well connected, resulting in some of the best tips, albeit at a hefty cost. Now, if joining an alpha group seems like something you'd be interested in, we here at Coin Bureau have launched a subscription service called the Coin Bureau Club. Members get weekly altcoin reviews of crypto projects that they voted for us to cover. They also get access to our research feed where we share exclusive crypto insights, and members get to see the personal crypto portfolios of the core members of Team Coin Bureau, as well as which cryptocurrencies are on our watch lists. Talk about alpha. And to top it all off, members get access to an exclusive set of Discord channels where they can discuss all of the above and much more. We're also running a giveaway for a trip to Dubai, by the way, so be sure to sign up by checking out that link in the description. Now, moving on to the next topic, joining a community VC is another excellent, albeit less well-known way of getting involved in projects early. Now, these are harder to come across, but well worth the effort. Now, because it can be challenging or even impossible for the average crypto enthusiast to attain accredited investor status, which usually requires a net worth in the millions, being part of a community VC is a great way to get around this obstacle. This way, you can still participate in projects that are usually reserved for the big players in the industry. So, how does one go about getting into one of these communities? Well, it's actually quite simple. Some projects allow you to simply buy an NFT, join their Discord group, and you're ready to go. An NFT will give you a specific allocation in any projects that come to the table. Stacking low-tiered NFTs can sometimes lead to a greater allocation. On the other hand, purchasing higher-tiered NFTs may give you immediate access to a greater allocation. Higher-tiered NFTs may also come with additional benefits such as guaranteed allocations as well. Allocations for lower-tiered NFTs are usually distributed on a first-come, first-served basis or through a raffle system. This is because there are typically a large number of lower-tiered NFTs available, due of course to their lower cost, which means that the investment amount is usually spread across more people. One of the great things about a community VC is that you're not just investing in a project, you're investing in a community as well. So, it's important to do your due diligence and ensure that the project has qualified researchers, responsive member support, active moderators, and a streamlined deal platform. Quality deals are essential for the success of any group, so it's crucial to ensure that the project's leader has the skills and expertise to secure them. So, before getting financially involved, spend time in the group to ensure they meet the mentioned criteria. If they give off a very professional impression, it's likely that potential deals will see them in the same light. Keep in mind that most VCs charge a fee for getting the deals together, as it can be a lot of work negotiating them. However, there are some fee-free VCs that take part just like anyone else in the community. Very admirable. It's important to keep in mind, though, that deals can vary significantly from project to project. The terms of a deal can be influenced by many factors, such as the cliff, vesting periods, and the percentage of tokens released at TGE, or Token Generation Event. And just to clarify, a token generation event refers to the creation and distribution of new cryptocurrency coins or tokens to the public. Whenever you hear of a token launching, that is the TGE. So, be sure to familiarize yourself with these factors, as they can help you determine whether or not the conditions are favorable enough to consider investing. And lastly, one of the key advantages of working with a community VC is that the community itself can be involved in the vetting process. This means that members can share their thoughts and go back and forth with pros and cons to understand the project and where it sits in the mix of similar type projects. This is especially beneficial for new investors because they can observe how more experienced investors approach a project. There's a lot to learn and gain in these situations, and the end result is that you will be better equipped to conduct your own research. And for our last tip on how to get in early on promising crypto projects, we've got something for you all that will require a bit of elbow grease and a smattering of patience. Yup, the good old airdrop. Now, the cryptocurrency ecosystem is teeming with opportunities for those willing to invest their time and resources. And one such opportunity that has caught the attention of both veterans and newcomers alike is the practice of airdrop farming. It isn't necessarily a new concept. In fact, it actually goes back quite a way. An early example is Gavin Andreessen's Bitcoin Faucet. This was essentially a mechanism for drip feeding small amounts of BTC to anyone willing to claim them. Back in 2010, Gavin gave out over 19,700 bitcoins, that's $788 million at today's prices, to users who did nothing more than solve a CAPTCHA. Who wouldn't love to point out crosswalks for a bit of BTC? We also can't forget the massive airdrop that took place in El Salvador. In June of 2021, the president of El Salvador, Nayib Bukele, declared that Bitcoin would become legal tender in the country on the 7th of September. So, to commemorate the event, the government offered a free Bitcoin airdrop of $30 worth of BTC to every citizen who signed up for the state-sponsored crypto wallet Chivo. The government-provided wallet incorporating facial recognition can be used on devices without a mobile data plan. The airdrop was anticipated to distribute around $200 million in Bitcoin to more than 6 million people. Okay, but enough with the history lesson. Back to the airdrops we're accustomed to these days. At their core, airdrops represent a unique method for distributing tokens or coins, often as a marketing strategy or for incentivizing users to participate in a project. The premise is simple: invest time and effort and get rewarded with a share of the new cryptocurrency. But how effective and lucrative are these airdrops in reality? Well, airdrops can be a double-edged sword for participants. On the one hand, they offer the chance to acquire new cryptocurrencies with minimal financial investment. On the other hand, the crypto space is notorious for its volatility and unpredictable nature, which can sometimes leave participants questioning the actual value of their rewards. It's important to note that most projects in the space may not be worth your time, as they often fail to deliver on their promises. However, a carefully considered approach can pay dividends for the discerning investor. Creating a chart or checklist highlighting the critical factors of a successful airdrop can help you evaluate potential opportunities more effectively. While there are no guarantees, being organized and strategic in your approach may increase your chances of uncovering rare gems whose token prices may skyrocket. And just so we're clear about what participation entails and why it's often described as grinding, engaging in airdrop farming these days will likely include tasks like following social media accounts, retweeting posts, joining Telegram groups, or referring friends. These activities show your genuine interest and boost your chances of receiving airdrop tokens. Some airdrops can be more challenging, though, and require you to take a few extra steps. For instance, you may need to visit their blockchain faucet to get some DevNet tokens, which you can then use to test out the platform. You may also need to borrow or lend tokens on their platform or provide liquidity to one of their pools. Additionally, you may need to practice leverage trading and use their vaults. So, you can see how complicated it can get. And in many cases, projects reward their community members for their past contributions. This is done to ensure that the rewards go to the truly active members and not just those who are only interested in airdrops. Pith Network is running one of these reward programs as we speak and has been since early November. They designed it to reward previous community contributors and active DeFi participants within the ecosystem. However, with their staking service recently beginning, rumors have already started circulating about additional airdrop rewards. When asked directly, some team members deny that any airdrops are confirmed, but they also suggest that there may be hints on their social media accounts if you search carefully enough. Like I said, it's called grinding for a reason, and there are some folks who actually do this around the clock and, in some instances, do quite well. What a way to make a living, eh? So, my friends, there are 4 ways that could help you get into cryptocurrency projects early in 2024. We've discussed launchpads that allow you to participate in early ventures depending on how much you stake. We've talked about the Alpha Group, which consists of intel-gathering crypto aficionados working together in order to be early. Then there's community VCs, which are projects that bring you the big boy deals without being an accredited investor. And lastly, airdrops, where you put in a bit of work and hopefully get some tokens for your troubles. All in all, some fantastic ways to bring in those X's. Just remember, though, that getting in early doesn't automatically mean you get Lambo. You still need to DYOR. After all, if a project turns out to be a load of old cobblers, well, it doesn't matter how early you were. And that brings us to the end of today's video. So if you learned something new, let us know by smashing that like button. If you want to keep learning, subscribe to the channel and ping that notification bell. If you want to help others learn, take a second to share this video with them. Don't forget about that Coin Bureau deals page either. Not only will you get up to 60% in trading fee discounts and sign-up bonuses of up to $50,000, but we also have some of the best deals on hardware wallets too. All linked to below. Okay, that's enough from me for one day. Thanks for watching. Stay classy, stay crypto, and I'll see you again soon.